a lot of the talk at the moment from pretty much all platforms is this growing trend of giving them the a kind of pointer that indicates what you want to show to, and then letting the platforms go and optimize away from it. And it is true, the platforms are getting better and better at that, but there is still this really important distinction to be made, regardless of the platform that you're serving to, that you have to structure them in a way that gives them the best capability to go out and find the right customers for you. And I'm going to illustrate this with Google, first of all. And Google, for example, give the greatest example of this at present, which is, just put in the broad match keywords that you want to show against, and we'll go out and do the rest for you. Now, the one problem with this is that you get a situation where you have multiple broad match keywords, for example, bidding against the same search terms. If you are a trainer company or a footwear brand, for example, and you are giving it the broad match keywords of great trail running shoes or something like that, or running trainers might be another area that you're really looking to sell out to. Now, these two keywords, let's get a couple of axes here. At the bottom is time, if you can read that writing. And over here, we'll have bid level for each of these keywords. And of course, bid, if I can write that down there. And of course, if you have a broad match keyword that on a certain search term is doing well at the start, then of course its bid level is going to rise, and as it does, better and better. But then it kind of hits a cap, it overextends, and suddenly that comes down again. You get this situation where you're bidding less and less, and suddenly demand might drop off when the bid goes down even further, or say someone else has an offer. But then it picks back up and you immediately start to bid up again until you kind of hit a happy equilibrium. Now, the issue with not having the right structure is that you can get the kind of situation, and let's add keyword 2 here in red. Now, keyword 2 is another keyword that overlaps quite significantly with this first keyword. So it kind of relates to the performance from our first keyword. Now, let's say this keyword starts with a bit lower bid. So we start over here. Now, as soon as the other keyword rises, it also starts to pick up some of the terms across here and picks up more traffic. And then maybe as soon as the other keyword drops off here, it starts to pick up the remainder of the terms that used to be coming in through that keyword. And suddenly its bids rise. It does really badly. And again, it drops off really quickly. Now, all of the traffic then goes to the first keyword, and that's what causes that initial drop off in performance. It actually wasn't seasonality as we initially thought. It's just the fact that this keyword has done really badly. And again, then this one rises again once it has things dropping off. And you get this merry dance between the two keywords where as soon they're not operating in a silo, and as soon as one keyword starts to do badly and Google starts to bid down on that particular search term, for example, the other keyword shoots in, takes its place, and you get this situation where search terms are just jumping from one keyword to the other, where you're not actually getting the right level of performance at one keyword. You're getting the performance from one search term jumping across the place, and Google isn't really able to decide what the right bid level is. And you get this continuing dance with red and green just switching places, and all of your data is split in two. Now, this is a situation that you really want to avoid. And I do think the example of broad match keywords is right. Like, Google is getting better at giving these the right terms and matching them to the right terms and bidding well. However, as with all machine learning algorithms and across all different platforms, you have to give it the right structure in order to learn. It's machine learning, but it still has to be trained in the right way. So, and the same is true on Facebook, for example, of making sure the audiences don't overlap, that you're actually excluding, that you're able to give each audience the right level and very consolidated data that it can learn from and it can learn from alone. That is still true, regardless of the fact that obviously you can go broader and broader with the audiences and give Facebook the opportunity to actually learn and hone in on the group that's working. The same, I can give examples across every single platform that you have. The important thing is, with any black box and with any bidding system or ad serving system that relies on broadness and scale, you have to still give it the right structure for it to be able to learn. That is the difference between this red and green line being success and failure to a keyword that we actually set up that is able to learn very quickly and is able to set and understand a consistent bid that might go up and down depending on seasonality, but is one that Google knows exactly how it should be bidding and at what time.